the little things is the next part, and this is a painting of the French Emperor Napoleon, apparently during the Battle of Waterloo, several hundred years ago, right? And he lost that battle, and they say that apparently had he won that battle, we might have been speaking French. It might have been a little bit different. I'm not massively clued up on my history, but I've read a little bit into it. It's quite a fascinating story. Now, apparently the reason why he lost this battle, and this was like his downfall, that he relied on a couple of men to do some little things. And he relied on a few men to bring these headless nails to hammer into the cannons of the British so that they would render them usable, right? So they wouldn't be able to use them. And so they got on the shores and that, and they were ready for battle, and these men had forgot the nails. They forgot to bring them, right? So they were going to go the night before and hammer in all these cannons so the British couldn't use them. But they failed to bring the nails across. Now that's insignificant, it's just nails, it's small things, right? But because they failed to do that, they lost the battle, because the British regained the cannons and they won the battle with sheer force, right? So you have to think about this in your life, like what little things are you forgetting to do? What little things didn't get done? What disappointments came across this year so far? We need to consider that when we're looking forward. So I'm going to share again, very vulnerably mine, and I'm going to tell you what didn't get done, what was a bit of a disappointment for me. You will not find your disappointments in your phone. You never take a picture of what you're disappointed about, do you? Ever. You never take a record of it. It just goes in the back of your mind. Fuck that. No, see that later. You never take a picture of your disappointments. Very, very rarely will that happen. So these will be in your mind already. Things that didn't get done, that maybe you said you were going to do. Things that you maybe think, I probably could have done better then. Things that you're like, I'm really disappointed myself on that, etc., etc. So my list of 10. Number 1 was far too much screen time. That is a disappointment. Like, I've been very distracted. I think I could have been a lot more productive had I not had my phone so close. Haven't had a holiday abroad yet. Just haven't planned it in. Haven't managed to get away. That's a disappointment. Didn't start Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I want to do. I started wrestling instead for now, but I do want to get into that. But I actually said on my vision that I wanted to do it this year, and I haven't done it yet. So like, there's that little nagging voice said, I fucking said I was going to do it. When am I going to do it, Luke? When am I going to do it? In reality, I need a who. But I started wrestling as well. I'm like, I can't do everything, but I can do anything that I want. Not as present and attentive to Tracy as previous years. I haven't been. I've been far too focused on work. That's an honest answer. Far too focused on work. Date nights have taken a back seat. That's a disappointment. Just haven't planned them in. Haven't been as consistent with that as what I usually would be. It's a disappointment. It's a setback. It's the little things that go unchecked. That you think, I'll get around to it. We'll do it later. Oh, not this week. We'll do it next week. Oh, and then before you know it, quite a few weeks, months have gone by and you haven't stepped up and you haven't done what you said you would do. I haven't stopped biting my nails. I'm getting actually a little bit embarrassed about my hand now because it's in a bit of a state. And I use my hands a lot with my videos and stuff. Obviously, I'm always out there in public and I've noticed my hands on video a few times. You know when you get shown yourself sometimes? I'm like, fuck, that's not an attractive hand. It's like, it is, it's a horrible hand. I fucking bite my nails, it looks horrendous. Drives her fucking nuts, doesn't it? Drives her nuts. I still haven't done it and I've said to myself, I love to stop biting my nails. I love to stop biting my nails. And then I do for a bit and then I just get back into the comfort of it. Because if you remember when I had that infection and I had to stab the finger and I filmed it and it was the worst pain I've ever had, this massive, big fuck off blue finger. Like I had this pain, it was full of pus and I had to pierce it with a nail. I was just going, it was fucking horrible. Even that, I stopped for about 3 weeks or something and then I started again because the pain had gone. Because I didn't remember the pain, right? When the pain's gone, you forget, didn't you? You forget. But I really would like to get a handle on biting me nails because it really is affecting us a bit now. The business has not made very much profit this year. That's being honest with you. We had to dip into savings to cover outgoings, which might come as a bit of a surprise, but there's a lot of outgoings in this business and I need to be doing better with sales, etc., to be seeing a profit. I've had to dip into personal savings to that. That's a disappointment. Sales a bit up and down. Again, that's me and my focus. That's all on me. I can take responsibility for that. I didn't hit me double body weight squat. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I'll eventually get there. I'm just haven't hit it yet. But again, I think there's reasons why, and we'll go into them. Didn't do a book launch event. I said to everyone that will do the book, I sent a golden ticket with some of the books for a book launch. Haven't organised it. Haven't given it a second thought. I just thought I'll do it. Haven't done it yet. It's one of them things. Back burner, do it later. Don't have a deadline. Yeah. And the last one was, might seem small, but there's this program called The Artist Date, and it's The Artist Way, sorry. It's a book. It's a 12-week program in a book, and it's a fantastic creative process. And I've tried 3 times to do it, and every time I've failed and stopped on like week 5. And that's annoying to me because I'm very much one for seeing things through. So in my head, I'm like, fuck's sake, I've failed at this again. I've stopped again because I've left it a few days. I'll crack on with that next week. Next week, turn it to next month. Then I thought, shit, this is the 3rd time I've read this book. And it's really fucking annoying us. It might seem insignificant, but it's one of them things, and I'll tell you why I didn't get it done. But it's like that one nagging thing that I'd love to finish, but I'm trying to do it on my own. And there's a lesson in itself. Doing it on your own never fucking works. So I've got no one kick me arse, I've got no one asking for us, I've got nothing to hand me work into or ask. I'm just reading the book and trying to do it on my own. Never fucking works. Same with your training. Never fucking works, does it? Try to do it on your own. We all need people around me. So that was my 10 little things. Might see some were little, some were bigger than others, you know, little disappointments, things that didn't get done, that were quite important or that I said I would do and I didn't do. There's probably quite a few things, again, you'll not find these in your phone, but you'll be in your head. Things that were like a disappointment that you said you would do, that are little. They might seem insignificant, but I want you to go there and I want you to write down up to 10 things. Minimum of 5. Up to 10 if you can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to learn the lessons from them as well. How would your life look like with more motivation, energy, and self-control? My second book, Supercharged, is available now, the modern-day guide to creating outstanding levels of energy, motivation, and self-control. Head to superchargedbook.com to get your copy right away.